This short clip will give you the table of contents for this series of videos, so you can always come back to find a particular video if you want to. Now, before doing that, I know some of you like to jump right in to what you consider the really fun stuff. So here's a fun tour for some of you might want to take to start. You would start with Hubble06, First Principles, which also discusses and explains the expansion of space to some extent. Then Hubble13 discusses the age of the universe. Then you can double back to the beginning, Hubble03, 04, 05, for what H means, what the Hubble constant means, a basic diagram, which is very important in understanding what's being talked about, and the Hubble equations, and then more on the equations in Hubble09. And in a similar way, here's a quick tour for physicists and cosmologists. Hubble04 is the basic diagram. Hubble07, First Principles for physicists and cosmologists. Hubble08, First Principles, co-moving coordinate systems and general relativity. Hubble05, the Hubble equations. Hubble09, more on the equations. Hubble10, estimates of the Hubble constant calculated from first principles. And then solving the Hubble equation from first principles with real data, the age of the universe, frames of reference, and looking back in time. Here's the complete table of contents in large print, so it's easier for you to read. The ones that are indented are the ones that most people may not want to look at. They may just want to skip those. So that's the first part. Here's the second part. This gap here doesn't really mean anything. It's just the way the document printed. Now again, many of you may not be interested in watching all the steps of how to build the Hubble First Principles equation, but for those of you that do want to see it or follow the work, it's all been included here. And these are the last few video segments. The last ones are really housekeeping matters. The presentation mostly ends at Hubble 25, looking back in time. And for anybody with high school math who likes math, you may find Hubble 24, solving the Hubble First Principles equation, to be kind of interesting to watch the steps and how the equation twists and turns until it can actually be solved. And here's the full table of contents on one screen. It might be too small for some of you to see on your computers, which is why I gave it in larger type, but for any of you who can make use of this, there it is.